suppose it started when I first came for an interview with this guy, Richard's father, late Lawrence Thompson. He just acquired the practice rather late in life and was looking for some young blood to join him. I was feeling rather cocky, hadn't passed all my exams first time, came for the interview, we got on okay. Then he asked something I wasn't expecting and said, yes, but are you commercial? And that meant nothing to me at that point. The idea being, yes, you've got all that knowledge, but what's the good of that knowledge if you can't apply it for the benefit of the clients? And that was the focus that he highlighted to me then, and it still rings true today.
I remember coming in my summer holidays with my mum to go out for lunch, interestingly and historically, to a store in Newcastle, which was Hunt Batches, which is now obviously where we sit in Ebenezer House, when it was a department store, and that was one of my memories in the summer.
Is it black and white or sepia?
Not very computer driven.
There was a specialist little profession called comptometer operators that used to do nothing but
also, all the accounts had to be typed manually, and if you made a mistake, even I know this from my mum back in the 1950s, I think, you had a razor blade to make an adjustment, because it's before liquid paper, I think. Bygone era, believe me.
Yeah, exactly.
I think one of my biggest achievements was certainly taking over from my father. Something I dreamed of and thought about since I was a very, very young boy. Bizarrely, I was very strange at school. I was the one that always, what do you want to be? I want to be an accountant. I don't think many people said that, as rather than engine driver or astronaut. But certainly taking over from any business from your father, it is hard. For mine, it was certainly hard. And gaining the respect of your fellow directors, from David, and in those days Keith and David Tooth, I think was a big achievement for me.
The number of clients that I still act for, that I've acted for so many years, that I've grown with their business, they've grown their business, and that feeling that we've sat on the same side of the desk to have the conversations. We've always had their best interest at heart. That's where you get the most satisfaction of feeling the clients being cared for, looked after, and given the right advice.
Yes. I would say over the years, the thing that I've learned is how important the team is. You as an individual can only ever either work with a client or use your own skills to a certain level. And nowadays it is so much more important to the specialisms and bring them in. In the old days we were general practitioners, and now there is much more specialism, and therefore you work as a team on with a client to gain their best advice and advantage.
For me, it's the knowledge of how to handle clients' requirements, clients' personality. What's right for one client might not be right for another, and it's gauging what the client wants and providing it.
I don't know what it is that people don't know about me, because in this day and age people follow everybody via all different social media, so they see pictures of you doing things. They might not know that I can wakeboard and monoski, which I still can do. I'm quite proud of that.
What people don't know is that I can't wakeboard and monoski.
In December 2012, I came from another accountancy firm of a similar size, and my experience has always been looking after own managed businesses. I also had a family business when I was growing up, and I think that also enabled me to bring a wealth of experience in terms of knowing what it is to be in business. What about you, Jeremy? Didn't you have a family business?
Yes, I grew up in a family business, coach business over in Congleton, before going on to being a trainee accountant in Manchester, working for Grant Thornton before joining Thomson Wright in 2011. Brought with me a wealth of knowledge on audits and looking after large range clients and dealing with structures of businesses and things like that, which has helped us as a firm go into that little bit larger marketplace of the larger companies.
Oh, this is an easy one. So the secret to Thomson Wright's success is definitely our team, and whether it's the accounts team, the tax team, the audit team, payroll, admin team, Gwen on reception, everybody pulls together, and I think that's what makes working at Thomson Wright great, but also how we can look after our clients so well.
Yeah, I agree with you, Jess. It is the team, and it's the way the team delivers a good service to clients, making them feel part of the overall family and giving that personal service to the clients. Because as a team, we deliver, from the top, from the director-led service through to, working together as a team, all members staff, not only fee earning staff, but admin, as you say, with Gwen. So looking after clients and making them feel part of the overall team.
That's going to come down to the team again, isn't it? The way the team pull together, the way we look after our clients, the way we all develop really close relationships with our clients. We don't just cut off at accountancy, we really want to get to know our clients, to help them achieve what they want to achieve, and also get to know them on a personal level as well. For me, that's what it's all about.
Yeah, I agree with you, Jessie. It's about getting close to the clients, getting to know them, getting to know their business, because obviously they are an extension of the business, or their business is an extension of them. So, it's dealing with everything from personal or family matters as well as business matters, helping them grow both individually and as a business, and helping them achieve their lifelong goals, either individually or as a family or as an overall business. We try and help all round.
One of the funniest memories of Thomson Wright is the year we had a competition for decorating the pumpkins, and we came in and were asked to judge it, and the clear winner was the person who decided to get 4 pumpkins and put mine, Jeremy, David and Richard's faces on them.
Yeah, I can remember that one well. Yes, I won't say it was funny, but yeah, embarrassing. But
it's true, we are the scariest.
Yes. One of my funniest moments, amongst the ones that I can actually talk about on film, is probably the Christmas dress competition, which obviously starts off with just staff coming in Christmas pullovers, but there's always some members of staff, no names mentioned, who take it that bit further and come in onesies. So we had everything from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer to Father Christmas and various other ones. So it was quite hilarious for me, anyway, seeing the poor members of staff who made a real effort, but then in a really warm room with the heating being on in the winter, obviously struggling throughout the day with a very hot onesie suit on for the full day. But yeah, that's got to be one of the funniest days of my life, seeing the Christmas dress competition.
We got David to dress up as Father Christmas, didn't we,
Yes.
that year as well?
Yes.
I'm doing my first weightlifting competition tomorrow morning.
Oh my goodness. Mine is that I was a fully qualified coach driver in my younger days with a family business.
There you are, you can drive us to the Christmas parties.
I can.
I joined Thomson Wright in 2014 as a client manager. I was 4 years post-qualification at that point. And in all honesty, when I joined, I thought I could do my job day in, day out. I thought I knew everything there was to know about accounts and tax, and learned very quickly that was not the case. And it was a slightly different way of working here than my previous employer.
I joined
joined in 2000, straight after taking my final ACCA exam as a tax manager. It was my first pure tax role, so I brought lots of enthusiasm and we learned a lot very quickly.
Thompson Wright stands out simply because of the way that it advises clients. I found my first 6 months here was a huge learning curve after being at a different practice previously. In that 6 months I learned how to be more forward thinking rather than the traditional kind of historical way that a lot of accountancy practices deal with their clients.
I think the big difference is when we say director-led, I think that's the big difference. We are genuinely director-led. Our clients deal with us, we know their families, what's going on in their lives, what life events have occurred, what they need, and so we can tailor our advice to them and get to know them. I know the word holistic gets bandied around a lot, but genuinely we give our clients holistic advice and listen to what's happening in their lives.
Yeah.
I say food. We feed people, we have lots of fun things, we have slushy machines and dartboards, but genuinely I believe we keep people here because we care about them, because they become part of the Thompson Wright family. Genuinely, I've never worked for or with people who care so much about their team.
Well, you're a prime example, aren't you? So how long have you been at the practice now?
On and off 23 years.
Yeah, that doesn't happen if it's a horrible place to work and if you haven't got the right support, the right teams and the right people around you.
I've worked places before where people had no idea who I was, who my family were. I know that the other directors know me, know my kids.
Yeah.
We care.
Yeah.
And we feed people.
And we feed people a lot.
I remember starting at King Street. I can remember being shown around what was quite a strange building because it was 3 terrace houses knocked into one. I remember meeting Gwen. I remember meeting Tracy, who's obviously your PA now, who did my typing and being told to make sure I did my dictation properly. I remember that a practice I've worked at before, no one dared leave at 5:30, and I remember at 5:30 people were like, get your coat on, it's time to go home. That was really nice.
I remember I was one of 3 that started on the same day. There was myself, there was a payroll team member, and there was a graduate who was coming in to help out with the practices database at the time, who was actually now one of my clients' sons. So yeah, I remember it very well, and you know, we've got a big open plan room upstairs, which actually on your first day is quite intimidating, but everyone made me feel very welcome and quickly settled in. People may not know about me that I have done 2 skydives and 2 bungee jumps.
Ooh, you're a bit adrenaline.
In a younger life before children.
You're a bit adrenaline.
Oh, actually no, one of the bungee jumps when I got kids. But anyway.
People might not know about me. I'm a very open book, but when I was a student, I did help my dad with his mobile disco and play people's weddings, christenings, and all that good stuff. Now all the moves to Superman by Barclays.
DJ Sarah.
I joined Thompson Wright back in 2015. I moved from a small local practice. I brought with me my knowledge of small and medium-sized businesses and all aspects of them. That's VAT, tax planning, top to bottom basically of businesses. I believe you started at the same time as me, didn't you?
Yeah, I started the year after, so 2016 I joined Thompson Wright. I began my career in tax in 2008 and worked solely in the tax department, so when I came here I brought with me knowledge in personal tax and compliance and helping clients with their property taxes. That was my specialism, being a landlord myself. So I enjoy most about Thompson Wright is the ethos of Thompson Wright and how they are very proactive for their clients, looking for the best tax planning and looking for the best options for them. I also take pride in Thompson Wright and how they look after their staff and how they work well with their staff to provide a good working environment.
Definitely, I mean that's the thing for me that I enjoy the most about working Thompson Wright is working with teams and working on them on projects or tax planning or things like that, and when you get the right result at the end, it's a really good feeling, I think.
One of the most rewarding things about the job.
My funniest memory of Thompson Wright is one of the now infamous Christmas do's where a couple of the directors, I won't name names, not Neil Cat, got quite drunk and were dancing on stage in front of the rest of the staff.
Did they have a dance-off competition by any chance?
There may have been something along those lines, yeah.
One of my funniest memories was when we had one of the first WOW events that we organised, and we hired a giant big inflatable dartboard on the car park, and people were taking shots at it, you know, playing football and trying to shoot the target or trying to throw the ball at the target, and Richard came up with the knack of playing netball to it, and he actually ended up winning in the end. So when I was a child, I have lived in a couple of different countries. So I lived in Denmark first, and then lived in South Africa. And it was obviously a great childhood experience to see different cultures, learn different languages, and have a different upbringing over there. A lot of people don't know that about me. So James, have you lived anywhere exotic?
No, I've lived in Crewe all my life, but I have been to some exotic places. So I've been to Thailand, I've also been to Egypt and seen the pyramids. In the next 10 years, I see Thompson Wright continuing to grow, assisting our clients and their future generations, whether that be with accountancy or with tax planning.
Yeah, so looking after their succession planning for their business, inheritance tax planning, wealth planning for their future generations. So not only helping them now with their business, but helping their children come through and be long-standing clients of ours. I also see us growing in staff numbers as well as we grow with client numbers.
Yeah, well, here we are, 40 years on. I remember our 30th
Yes.
party like it was yesterday.
Yeah.
And I remember having a number of clients who have been with us 30 years, and a number of staff members who've been with us 10, 20, 30 years.
Yes.
Thinking around now, most of those clients, most of those members of the staff are still here. My secretary from 40 years ago is still here. It's so satisfying to see the development of the firm and the way that we'll hopefully pull together in the right direction and have the same goal.
Certainly seeing the success of the younger members of staff coming through the ranks is fantastic, and we say thank you to all the clients who are still, we're still acting for over the years, and all the new ones who come to us to gain their commercial and business advice.